Just put on the new struts, new upper control arms, heavy duty police package, or I should say heavy duty taxi cab police car struts, the heavy duty springs. It may fall half an inch maybe later in the front, but I'm satisfied with it. It was a pain in the ass to fucking do all this shit, but it was worth it. Can't believe how high it sits. And could you imagine putting a 3-inch lift yet on it? It looks like it has a lift on it already. It's amazing what taller tires will do too. Now it'll be time to take it down to see if it'll pass inspection, which it will now. And then we can get it ready, get exhaust on it, and add a push bar. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Garlits High Performance Garage, aka Wintry Hell. Well, I'm sure there's some places that have more snow than I got, but I'll show you here in a minute. I had to broom my way here. My fingertips are about ready to fall the fuck off. But I made it over here to the garage. It's about... It's 32 degrees in here, because my little heaters can't keep up with this insane fucking cold that's here. I'd have to fire off the torpedo. So, yeah. I thought I'd come over here, do a follow-up to the video on the Mercury, which I finally got done. My brother-in-law helped me finish it up yesterday. It was starting to get tiring. Plus, standing on that concrete down there fucking kills my ankles and hurts my feet. It's not as bad as what it was in the past, because I weighed more in the past, and now that I shed some weight, it's not as bad on me. So, just got to keep working on shit like that. But I got the heavy duty taxi cab cop car struts on the front of that thing. Oh my God, it's like 110 fucking % better. It's so nice. The front end just is way up there in the air. Plus, with the taller tires I put on it, really made a big difference. It sits higher than the cop car now. So, so what I'm going to do probably, I may get a set of air shocks for the Mercury and jack the ass in. I try to get a set of skyjackers for it. There's a company out there that makes similar shock that doesn't have the bag on the outside. It's all inside. When you pump it up, it really runs it up there. Just like the ones back in the 70s. I saw a couple of those on eBay. Plus, I get a set for the cop car too. And I think I may replace those front struts on the cop car with a new set. Maybe. I'm going to put a taller set of tires on the cop car, on those cop car wheels. So I'm going to buy those up here while it's shitty. But I'm going to keep the studs and all that stuff on it for now. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but anyway. Yeah, we're gonna get these cars up in the air. If I go taking anything off suspensions again, maybe I just might put a lift on the cop car, because I tell you, man, it having a palsy rear and the struggles going up into the mine every day, depending on the weather. If it's muddy up in there and I gotta wade through the mud with that thing, which the closer I get to the mine, I do. And I mean, it crawls through it, sure, but it's a struggle, and all you get done doing is spin the tires and stuff. It gets through, but you gotta claw your way through it, and that sucks. So some of my studs are missing already from spinning down. The one morning it was all icy with snow on top of it. I got on the last steep hill to get up into where the equipment is parked, and I had a hell of a time getting up in there. So, but I can tell you these days, I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, but I'm looking for something new. I'm looking for, a way out of there. But I'm gonna hang tight with where I'm at right now. I'm not going to rush. I'm not gonna rush to go find something else, but I'm gonna kind of keep my eyes open, see what else we can get. This is the time of year usually when places are wanting to hire new because they laid people off right after the holiday, and then they're looking for new faces. A lot of times, a lot of that shit happens around here. But even when I am working at places, I still keep my eye out for something, because there might be something better come along. You never know. But until then, I'm just going to stick it out where I'm at, and just go along with it. And I see that the relentless taxation on us is still brutally, fucking savagely beating us. Because I was down yesterday to get my groceries, and gasoline hiked up another 10 cents overnight. So yeah, so they tacked that 10 cents in taxes. There's so much tax on gasoline that, as long as this asshole governor in our state is in the captain's chair down there, we're never going to climb out from these high taxes. And he just wants to keep adding more. Him and his Democrat pals, him and his communist pals down there, they just keep adding taxes upon taxes on top of taxes to keep you at the fucking poverty line, to keep you at their mercy. So, I'm fucking done with that shit, and I'm ready to go vote. I'm ready to vote that bastard out of there. And hopefully, the people down on the eastern end of the fucking state that can't use lawnmowers that operate on gasoline, you have to use electric everything or battery-powered everything. As if you're in the 410 fucking area code, 3/4 of that down there has to, do everything with electricity for some fucking reason. Of course, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say for some reason. I know the reason, you know the reason. It's total, complete control over your life. And that's what the government loves. Especially the state government in a blue state. They love having control of your life and being able to tell you where to shit. They fucking love it. They get their rocks off on it. I think they run around and jerk off over it. They have to. They just, oh my God, we propose new taxes on electric everything. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go clean up somewhere. I just sign a new tax the fuck out of the working man law and making them use all kinds of shit that they hate. Yeah, I love it. Oh my God, I might have to go jerk it again. Yeah, that's how they are down there. They love money. They love power. They love getting into organizations and, cherry picking. They love it. If you have a D, if you're in office and you have a D next to your name, chances are you're fucking cherry picking off of, some kind of aid, like FEMA. FEMA's a good one. See, when shit happens in your area and leaves a bunch of people without their homes, FEMA comes in to give money, because that's paid for by the taxpayer, to help people, because that's why you pay your taxes. You pay your taxes for infrastructure. You pay it for, help for loss of lives, for, loss of property, homes, what have you. That's the reason we pay taxes is for stuff like that, to help Americans in need. Now, the thing they don't tell you, and of course, everybody's going to call me a conspiracy theorist. They do all the time. When there's a paper that you sign for FEMA. And what that is when you are like say your house, you lose it in a flood because everybody around you flooded out. Well, if you sign this document, this new one that FEMA has, via Barack Obama, and Joe Biden had this all made to fuck up. You sign this paper, you waive your rights to your property. You waive the rights to your property, you waive the rights to anything that you've owned in order to get help from FEMA, in order to be put up in a FEMA trailer in some shitty fucking park that they made close to where you live that was flooded out, which was probably weather manipulated by those assholes to, get you out of there, to take everything from you. And that's what they like to do. So when you sign that, and you lose all your rights to everything that you had, and then they take it, and then this nice little organization that y'all might know called BlackRock comes in and takes it all. They get it give to them from, the communist side of our politicians in government, because they get great big kickbacks from this. They don't do this shit for nothing. They're doing it for kickbacks, and plus they're doing it to help the World Economic Forum agenda of enslaving the fucking Western world. So that's the little things that they like to do. And I'm quite done with it. The next time they have their little powwow over there in Davos or wherever the fuck it is, the World Economic Forum, they need to wait until all the commie leaders of the world are in there yakking and telling everybody how we're doing this and that to keep you compliant. New world order, one world government, digital currency, digital ID, heavy surveillance on the poor people. We need to put an airstrike out on those fucks and get rid of them all. That's what needs to happen. And if you want to deal with China, because they're trying to basically purchase Canada, because the Canucks up there are pussies, and they have no defense, because we're their defense. And China wants to purchase Canada, basically. They're not going to purchase, they're just going to go and take it over. Because the Prime Minister of Canada is calling for, China to come, take them away, basically. And if that happens, we're going to have a hell of a fucking mess on our hands to the north of us. So the best thing to do is to go in there and take out the Chinese government. Just replace them with lookalikes. Take the real people, turn them into shark feed, and replace their government with the lookalikes. And then wait a minute, we love capitalism now. We don't like that communism, socialist bullshit. Because we all know that communism / socialism, which, socialism is supposed to be an easier word for all this, that these morons in New York City just love. Oh my God, socialism. Oh, it's so much better. Okay, and oh my, the Quran. We want the Quran. We want to live by the Koran. Okay, bitch. Well, you're not going to be able to go walking outside with your ass hanging out and your titties about half popped out, shaking your ass around. You're going to have to wear one of those fucking hijabs or whatever the fuck they call it, where, how's my hijab look today? How's my hijab look today, everybody? Because this is all you're going to be able to see. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Okay, I'm away from my house and my boyfriend or husband isn't here. Oh, ow, stop kicking me. Ouch. Oh, stop throwing the rocks at me. That's what's going to happen to you dumb bitches. What a bunch of morons. So thanks, New York City. Thanks for helping those cocksuckers take a little more over our fucking country. Thank you. I got snow in my pockets. But anyway, I've talked enough about that bullshit. And then they got, one other thing though. They got Gavin Newsom. He ran over there. He was hanging on the president's coattails on his way over there. And then gets there and then this slurs Trump the whole time he's there. And it's like, are you fucking retarded? Yes, he is. He's a fucking retard. Well, Donald Trump, blah, 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 blah. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. If it wouldn't be for this fucking president, well, I don't know. He's in such a fucking jam in California, and then laughs about it when everybody points it out that hey, you're literally fucked. Businesses are leaving in droves from your state. The homeless population is at an all-time high. It looks like fucking, a fucking third world country out there in LA. And the only ones that are loving it is Newsom, his pals out there in government, and the celebrities like George Clooney and Tom Hanks. And, well, of course, Tom Hanks, I don't think he lives in the States anymore. I think he lives in, like, France or some shit. Because, he's a bitch. I quit watching any of his fucking movies, so he doesn't benefit from that shit. I'm never going to watch any of his movies ever again. I'm not going to watch one with him currently in a new one, because him and his wife can go eat a big sack of fucking dicks, because they're fucking dead to me. Just like all them other celebrities that are like, oh, we don't want MAGA people watching our fucking stuff or listening to our music or this. Yeah, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Because chances are your movies suck. Robert De Niro, all your fucking movies suck shit. You big tough guy motherfucker and your stupid fucking mafia fucking movies that suck shit. You're a fucking faggot. Go suck a big fat fucking dick, you fucking sellout piece of shit. And all you other celebrities that hate the fucking MAGA fucking generation, you can go eat some shit. You can go suck a big fat bag of dicks, because we're the majority. That's why we voted for what we voted for. You can all suck a big fat fucking sack of dicks, you motherfucking pieces of shit. Fuck yourselves. So anyhow, we're going to go look at some snow through the windows here. My boy had to work yesterday, and before all this bullshit started, and yeah, stand out of the road here, and I got these slicks in the way. But anyhow, he came home at about 4 this morning, and he said it was snowing down over the mountain worse than what it is here. So yeah, here we go. There's the fucking cop car. I'm going to go out and clean it off. We don't have a shitload yet, but it's pretty steady. It's supposed to snow all day long. I'm going to go out there and dig a path around the vehicles. Plus, I need to get my gloves out of the car. Got my gloves in there, and damn, can clear my throat here. I'm going to fire that bitch up. The snowplow was through at about 3 this morning, And they haven't been back. So, we'll see what the fuck happens there. You can hear my squeaky heater over here. There we go. Yeah, it's just at freezing in here. But I can change that if I leave this thing run for a while. But this is my line of defense right here. And it has the correct temperature on it. It's about 32 in here. It's, you know, I think some of the heating elements are out of this one. This is the one that was in my son's room. He swapped it out because it was making this noise. And every time you hit it, the dust flies out of it and it smells like burning hair. But anyhow, there it is. It's not doing well. I'm going to have to buy another one. I got another one of these cabinet heaters up there in my shed. I don't know if I brought it down and replaced this one with it. I don't know if it would work right. I don't know. I could find out when all this horse shit's over with. So, it's starting to sleet now, which I am not a fan of. I would rather it just snow. It's like a mix right now. It's snow and sleet. So, and with the wind's going to be kicking up. They said it's not going to get too severe, like it's not going to be like 60 or 70 mile an hour winds. It's going to be more like 35 to 40. So, it's 35 to 40 mile an hour. It's not going to be terrible. But if it kicks it up and starts that bullshit, a lot of it starts that, because I've lived here all my life, it'll be no man's land out here. Definitely. It is right now. I mean, you could probably go somewhere and be all right. But you might want to think twice about if you get stranded or something like that. So, anywho's, the old Mercury is done. Oh, shit. Walk out here for a second. I gotta walk back in. Get myself a path. Nice path through the bullshit. Of course, I showed y'all yesterday on the lift from yesterday how it was sitting up real nice. That looks so good. I love it. Nice. Good bit of ground clearance there. But I guarantee if I put taller tires on the cop car, because it's got 70s on it. This thing has 75s on it there. 235 75s. Like a small SUV, small light pickup tire. 10 ply. Cop car has 235 70, or no, they're 235 60s on it. They're 235 60, 16 on it right now, with studs on the back. Which, it put it up a little bit higher, not a lot. Plus, there's weight in the back of the cop car too. When I take the weight out of the back, it'll sit up a little more. But Mercury is looking good. It's ready to go back for the follow-up inspection check, which I replaced everything. Upper control arms, brand new. Struts, brand new struts. And that's what we got. Anyhow, back to the garage. Holy fuck. Fucking shit. The old Charger ain't gonna be moving for a couple weeks. Well, maybe for about a week, maybe. Woo! Wow. Boy, it's cold out. It's minus something or other. Plus, I got my big aluminum snow shovel over there and got a bag of salt here. But anyway, that's what I got. And so, fuck. I might try to take a little ride around, maybe. We'll see how it is up on Route 40. Which I don't know if I'll be able to even make it up that far. Because it's about 4 or 5 inches deep out there right now. They're saying 12 to 18 inches by the time it's done with around here. Up to the north or down to the south, wherever the heaviest band is, we'll get 24 to like almost 28 inches. That's what the report says. Anyway. But anyhow, fuck. This sucks. And I would say I'm probably not going to have any work for tomorrow. So, because it's Sunday right now. Pinned down. I'm going to have to call my boss and see what the fuck he says. Because last time it was this fucking cold on a Monday. I ended up not going because nothing would run. This extreme cold diesel stuff that has air brakes and shit like that they do not want to run. You got to pour alcohol in them. You got to, in the airlines, you got to put all kinds of fuel treatments in that diesel fuel to thin the mix, so it'll burn a little bit, so it'll circulate and burn. Because diesel fuel, you're burning the fuel, you're not burning the fumes like gasoline. That's why, and gasoline's so much thinner. You're burning the fumes from gasoline, not so much the liquid part. You're burning the gases that are coming off the gasoline. That's why it's called gasoline. But diesel fuel is greasy and heavy, and you're burning the fuel. That's why you have a glow plug instead of a spark plug, because diesel fuel will drench a spark plug and it won't do nothing. It's that much heavier. And the same way with kerosene, it's the same way. Now, of course, these torpedo heaters have a spark plug in them. I guess it's a constant spark. I don't think it's like a, because each time on a gasoline engine you have that spark. It constantly has a, an ignition point. But I think in these heaters, I think it's just a constant, current. So anyhow, I'm not well versed in how these fucking things work. But I can tell you 40,000 BTUs is not a lot for in this small garage. I'm going to replace that. I'm going to get on Evil Bay. I found 125,000 BTU torpedo I'm going to buy. It's like 150 or 160 bucks, which is a pretty good deal. It's brand new. I think I'm going to get that and put in here, or possibly a propane job. They have them where you can hook up propane to them. And they're forced air. Of course, you just ignite the propane. It gets hot, and the fan comes on, and it just blows the heat around. I found them in 125,000 BTU styles as well. So, but I guess it just depends on the cost. Of course, kerosene around here is $6.16 a gallon. So it's like $60. Or I'm sorry, $30 to fill up a 5-gallon jug of K1 for my kerosene heater over in the house, because I have it in there because I gotta have it in there, as if not, those infrared heaters, they're okay, but I'm gonna go sweep more snow against the skirting. That helps keep it insulated from any kind of high winds or anything. So I already got the front there. I don't know if it's going to be too effective. If the wind changes direction, it's not going to be real fucking good, I can tell you that. So I may have to heal it up around the fucking joint, see what I can do with that. So anyway, everybody, like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that other good shit. And report a Somali Muslim today. Report those assholes to your local ICE agent. Please. Please do that. We need to get those fucks out of our country because they're trash. Need to dump them all back in Somalia where they fucking came from, and for them never to return, and us to have strict laws on, hey, you can't come to the United States because you're a fucking terrorist, communist piece of shit. You should keep those people out of here. Plus, we need to round up the Democrat Party and get them the fuck out of here, because they're nothing but trash, too. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to put my welding gloves on here that I got. Nice welding gloves from Harbor Freight. Look at them babies. Look at them. I forget how much they were. They weren't a lot. I think it was like, I think I paid like $20 for a pair. But they're nice, real nice. And they fit my great big Sasquatch hands. They're for like welding and using torches and electric welders and stuff like that. So nice. So nice. And look at that. You won't have to burn your knuckles out like them other ones. Them other gloves they sell down there, they have fabric over the knuckles. There's like big gaps of fabric across from knuckle to knuckle. So when you're welding and hot slag drips down, it just burns right through and burns your fingers. So it's like it's not effective. So that's because that's what I want. I want my fingers burnt the fuck off. So these thick leather ones, they'll last a long time. They're not gonna last forever, but oh, there's a gap in that one already. Anyway, I bought an extra set. So if you see them at Harbor Freight, this is what you look for. I know it's backwards, but that's what you look. Chicago Electric. Anyway, so you got these nice little tabs. You pull them on, nice and tight. They're better without a long sleeves on. You got a t-shirt on, just they run up there and protect some of your forearm too. Plus they have them sleeves down there. You can get them sleeves, that chest protector. You'll be in cowhide welding shit. That's if you got to lay down and weld something or whatever, or above your head. But anyway, I'm getting off in fucking retarded shit here. So, everybody, if you're just to the north of me or the south of me, from Texas to Maine, be careful. Try not to get stranded. Don't go out if you don't have to go out. Because I've been out there in this bullshit before in the past, and it's not fun. I've never been stranded. Knock on fucking wood. But I have been in some bad situations in the snow really late at night. And it's been to the point where, you think, holy shit, I think I hear a snowplow. To the point where you think that you're not going to make it. Yeah, there they go. Well, anyway. Yuck. But anyhow, I've been in a situation where the wind was blowing so fucking hard that you couldn't see nothing. I mean, you couldn't see taillights, you couldn't see anything. And it was just me on the road up here real late one night when I used to work second shift in Frostburg at the old Hunter Douglas plant. And I was coming home one night. I just basically crawled across the stretch down here, and when I got to the cut at the end, it was like 10 times worse because there's a turn there's like a dip after the cut. You come up and there's a turn. There's a turn. It goes one way and then it goes another way. Then there's my road. From the cut to my road, I was over here. I was over here. I was over here. I just kept going back and forth because I couldn't see. And I live down in a valley, and the wind comes down in and rips up out. When you're on Route 40 over there on that turn, you can't see a fucking thing. It just blows that wind and snow right up over that ridge. There used to be a cut in there, but they knocked it down. They removed it. And people used to wreck there all the time, but it's gone. And I guess they thought it was going to make it better. Well, it's just as bad in there. But of course, I don't remember seeing the cut there because I wasn't old enough. It was gone when I came around, but but anyhow, I ended up in this fucking field next to the road. I'm like driving up to somebody's kitchen window. It's like, what the fuck? Where am I at? And it was when I had the old light blue 78 GMC 4-wheel drive. The total awesomeness that truck was. And I did make it home, but it was very, very, very slow. It was very bad. And it was a heavy wet snow that time. And heavy wet snow on those old trucks, it piles up on the hood, and then underneath of it, it's sweating, and it's constantly dripping water down all over the engine. And it was getting on my distributor. It was getting on the air. It was puddled up on the air cleaner. It was sucking water in the fucking carburetor. And it was just missing and carrying on. And you'd stop with it, it would shut off, because of that shit. But anyhow, I made it home that night. And it was bad. The next day, it was just... it was to the point where they, I called off because I didn't want to aggravate with it. But anyhow, everybody, I'm going on and on, rambling. Get out here and clean my car off, fire it up. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna be like a Hallmark Christmas movie and drink hot cocoa and look out the window and go, oh my God, I hope Santa comes. No, we're not gonna do that. All right, everybody. Stay safe out there. Don't be a fag. And don't get stranded. So, everybody, have a good one. See you on the next one. We'll see if I can get the fuck out. Ah, man. Heat down a little bit. Ease up the operating temperature. Okay, try it again here. Oh, there we go. Like a fucking tank. Yeah! Woo! Yes, sir. Sandbags in the back and 2 spare tires on wheels. The fucking wheels on these Panther cars fucking weigh a ton. And I mean a fucking ton. These motherfuckers are heavy. Just making sure I can get the fuck out of here. This nice, lovely fucking freezing horse shit. What the fuck are these people doing? Coming in here? That's an old county plow. What that is. He ain't even throwing any salt. Yeah, the heater throws nice warm air, but I'm having issues with the heater controls on this thing. They don't want to throw it where I need it. So it's throwing a mix. It's throwing it on the floor. It's throwing it on the windshield. And this control here is just, I got it out of a junk car and it's wore out, I guess. It needs that control to switch it over, is what it needs. So, I might go up and get some kerosene, some diesel fuel, and for my heater there in the garage. I don't know. I don't really think I need it, but you know, hell. Plus, I got a full tank of gas. Well, almost full. It's pretty close to being full. And as you can see, nobody's out here, and now my airbag light fucking has to start its bullshit. Yeah. They got some youngsters plowing for the county this year, so everything's going to be kind of off a little bit. Which, you know, I don't give a fuck. I mean, they haven't caused any real havoc or nothing around here. It's just, you know, I get it. I understand they're rookies at doing this, and it's not a big deal. I don't care. They knocked a bunch of sod off the edge of the yard next to the road. That's just the less I'll have to fucking mow next year, or this summer. But it doesn't really matter to me, because most of the time I don't even mow it. My dad mows it, and he's like the Hank Hill of mowing grass. Oh, shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking buzzard. God, dirty whore. But yeah, it'll grow back faster than you think. That one kid, the one morning, he was there throwing the sod back out of my dad's driveway, and it's like, well, don't even fucking worry about it. Don't even give it another thought, because it's not going to take this time of year anyway. It's just going to be a bunch of lumps of dirt down there laying by the time summertime comes around. KI here, he better get on it. He better get at it. He'll be able to get out in the Mini. He'll be able to get the fuck out of there. And these peckerheads down here, they need to do this too. Woo! still not like those other fucking blizzards that we had back in the day. Jesus Christ, we had bad fucking snows back in the early 90s. Early to mid 90s, we had some whoppers, and they were bad. They were real bad. And I tell you what, if it's snowing that fucking bad that I can't get out, I'm just going to stay the fuck home. I'm not going to worry about it. Because there's no use to risk your life to go to a job when it's really fucking bad out. It's not a big fucking deal. And these young kids and stuff, they giggle and laugh when I tell them, you know, I just drive an old cop car around. And they're like, you can't get around in that in the wintertime. What are you going to do? That's rear wheel drive. Well, I can tell you this. My grandfather lived down in here for a good chunk of his adult life. And he never had a four-wheel drive. I'll tell you what, I just might go out to the stretch out here. See how it is out here. Probably the same. But he never had a four-wheel drive, ever. He made it just fine. And it used to snow way worse back then. Now, see, this is the part I was talking about. There used to be mounds of dirt next to the road here, well, on this left side. What are you doing, man? Are you gonna hit me head on? Jesus Christ. He's plowing the center of the fucking road. But anyhow, this right here usually gets real bad right in here, right before you get into the fucking stretch. I've had it like you were in a fucking vortex. Here comes this feller here. He's a plowing the fucking road. It's not horrendous, but it's bad enough to where, you know, you just keep your fucking ass put. So I'm gonna get down here. I'm in the middle of the road. I'm going to the guy that just went through with throwing salt. They will fucking rip this guy's ass a new one if they see him out here physically plowing the side of the fucking road. They'll give him all kinds of help because he's taking a treatment off the road down here. snowmobile out. There you go. When it snows like this, you know, you'll see a big group of snowmobilers running around here. They'll be taking through all the fields and shit on the back roads. Race them fucking snowmobiles, they'll run fucking 80 mile an hour. Always hear a group of them. It's snowing like a son of a bitch. Next thing you know, you hear a group of them coming. My neighbor's pickup was sitting out on the side of the road one day. He was clearing his driveway out. Well, them snowmobilers came right up and just fucking smashed right into the ass end of his truck. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Yeah, when I was a kid, it used to snow way worse around here. They said over there in Russia they got a hell of a fucking snowstorm here, I don't know, about a week ago or so, I guess. I don't know how true that is because, you know, I don't live over there. But these mountains of snow were like higher than the trees around here. And all these people lived in these apartment complexes in this city, and they were just these complexes were like 10 stories, and they had like 5 stories of snow height next to the buildings. People's apartments were covered with snow, and you know, except for the tip top, and it was crazy looking. But you know, I mean, they do AI shit all the time, so it's hard to say. It could have been bullshit for all I know. Who the fuck knows? Now here's the challenge going to be getting back in the driveway here without hitting the other car. There we go. Okay, everybody. Just figured I'd do a little follow-up, show you how it is around here. Now you know. I'll shut this fucker down and it'll refreeze. So I gotta give my boss a call and see what the fuck he's thinking. So see y'all later, everybody. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want. If not, this channel isn't a democracy, so it doesn't matter. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. Although it would help. I'll throw the guilt trip on you. It'll help me. It will help me get paid. But I haven't been ever paid by YouTube, but it would be nice to get paid by YouTube. It would be nice. So, everybody, stay warm. If you don't have to go the fuck out, I fucking wouldn't. And as you can see, it was fucking dead, except for, you know, that snow plow coming straight at me. So, all right, everybody. See y'all on the next one.